Remains by Simon Armitage. Simon Armitage's Remains is based on a real-life account told by a former British soldier, Rob Tromans, who served in Iraq and later suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The poem reflects a specific memory of violence during the 2003 war in Iraq and explores how that experience continues to affect the soldier long after he returned home. Because the subject matter is based on an interview with Tromans, it is appropriate that throughout the poem Armitage employs a colloquial tone, making the speaker sound like he is talking to someone informally, possibly a therapist or friend. It also makes the account feel authentic and human. For example, the poem opens mid-conversation, in media res, which immediately suggests that this is not a unique event, but one of many similar experiences. The conversational language continues, creating a sense of routine, suggesting how violence has become normalized for the soldier. As the poem continues, the speaker describes how he and his fellow soldiers confront a looter. The phrase, probably armed, possibly not, introduces uncertainty and highlights the soldier's doubt and hints at his later guilt, as he cannot be sure whether the shooting was justified. This uncertainty lingers in his mind and contributes to his trauma. In the next stanza, the speaker refers to his companions anonymously, which could indicate how his memory is hazy or how the soldier is seeking to protect his companions from possible criticism, even prosecution, due to killing a possibly unarmed man. The killing itself is described in blunt, shocking language. The matter-of-fact phrasing contrasts with the violence of the act, making it more unsettling. The simile sort of inside out is especially disturbing. Here, Armitage deliberately uses graphic imagery to force the reader to confront the reality of war rather than any romanticized version. The horror of the moment is not lost on the soldier either, who describes how the bullets rip through the looter. The verb rips has connotations of violence and further emphasizes the horror of war's reality. Such horror is underscored by the grim description of the looter's body, which conveys the speaker's understanding of the enormity of what has happened. Yet, another soldier casually tosses his guts back into his body. The crude, unsympathetic language dehumanizes the victim. Perhaps Armitage is suggesting how some soldiers cope by treating death as normal or even trivial. The turning point of the poem comes halfway through. The line "end of story except not really" signals that although the event is over physically, it continues mentally. The metaphor of the blood shadow symbolizes the lasting mark of the killing. Even when the body is gone, the stain remains, just as the memory haunts the speaker. In fact, even when the soldier returns home, he cannot escape this memory. It intrudes subtly without warning, like flashbacks, mirroring PTSD symptoms. The repetition of "probably armed, possibly not" portrays how the speaker is trapped in the moment, unable to move past his doubt. He is presented as battling his own mind, but failing. Furthermore, the continued use of colloquial language reinforces the idea that this is a real personal struggle rather than a poetic overstatement. In the final stanzas, the memory appears to be permanent and inescapable. The description of Iraq makes it seem far away, yet the effects are immediate and present. The sibilance creates a hazy, dreamlike quality, reflecting perhaps the heat of that land. The poem ends with a powerful line. Here, the speaker acknowledges personal responsibility and recognizes that he cannot escape what he has done. The repetition of bloody suggests both literal blood and guilt. In this instance, it echoes Shakespeare's Lady Macbeth, where blood symbolizes her guilt, which cannot be washed away. Overall, Armitage focuses less on the morality of war and more on its psychological impact, demonstrating how a single violent event can remain in the mind. The emotional and mental after-effects of war are also explored in Beatrice Garland's Kamikaze and Caroline Duffy's War Photographer. Both these poems, like Remains, describe the fallout following a return from conflict, although Duffy's focus is on a civilian witness rather than a member of the military.